The 80-20 Life Mastering the Pareto Principle to do less and achieve more. You're doing too much. And that's the problem. Let me start with a bold question. Are you tired of being busy all the time, but still feeling stuck? You're not. Lazy. You're doing your best. You're juggling work, family, goals, routines, and that endless to-do list that somehow never shrinks. But here's the truth. You're doing too much of the wrong things, and it's not your fault, because nobody ever told you about a rule that could change your life forever. It's called the Pareto Principle, or as it's more commonly known, the 80-20 rule, and once you see it in action, you'll never unsee it. Let's begin. The hidden pattern that shapes the world in the late 1800s, a guy named Vilfredo Pareto, an Italian economist, made a strange discovery in his garden. He realized that 20% of his pea plants were producing 80% of the peas. Weird, right? But then he noticed the same thing in society. 20% of the population owned 80% of the land. And as the decades passed, people realized this pattern wasn't just in gardens or land. It was everywhere. In business, 20% of customers bring in 80% of profits. In tech, 20% of bugs cause 80% of crashes. In fashion, 20% of your clothes get 80% of the wear. In life, a small few things create most of the results. That's the Pareto Principle. But here's what makes it powerful. It's not just something you observe, it's something you use. If you can identify the most valuable 20% in your life, your actions, habits, relationships, goals, you can focus your energy there and get far greater results with far less stress. In this audiobook, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So take a deep breath. It's time to stop chasing everything and start focusing on what actually matters. Productivity, do less, achieve more. Let's talk about your day. You wake up, you check your phone, you make your coffee, maybe you work out, then it's off to the races. Emails, meetings, errands, texts, tasks, you're busy. But at the end of the day, what really moved the needle? According to the 80-20 rule, only a few of those things actually mattered. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's a freelance designer who used to feel totally overwhelmed. Her days were packed with client messages, admin work, invoices, and endless revisions. But she started tracking her time and saw that just 20% of her clients gave her 80% of her income and creative satisfaction. So she made a bold move. She cut out the bottom 80%. The clients who didn't pay well, who drained her energy, who nitpicked endlessly. And she went all in on her best clients. Now she earns more, works less, and feels better every day. So let me ask you, reflection time. What are the 2-3 tasks you do each week that actually create results? Which tasks just keep you busy? What can you eliminate, delegate, or automate? It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. Finances, small changes, big results. Let's talk money. Most people think saving and growing. Wealth is about strict budgets and cutting out lattes, but the Pareto Principle says otherwise. 80% of your financial stress comes from 20% of your habits, and, flip it, 80% of your wealth comes from just 20% of your actions. Meet Daniel. He thought he was doing okay financially until he tracked his spending for 1 month. Guess what he found? Just 3 things: eating out, ride shares, and random Amazon purchases made up most of his expenses. So he made small tweaks, cooking more, biking to work, deleting the shopping app off his phone, and then he realized something else. He had 5 freelance skills, but only 2 were actually making real money. So he doubled down on those 2 and stopped wasting time chasing side gigs that didn't pay off. Reflection time. What spending habits eat up most of your money? Which income streams bring you the biggest results? What can you simplify or refocus? Money doesn't have to be complicated. Just focus on the few things that work. Relationships, energy givers versus energy takers. Let's be honest. Some people lift you up. Some people pull you down. The 80-20 rule shows us that 20% of the people in your life give you 80% of your joy, energy, and growth. So why are we spending so much time on the wrong 80%? Lena figured this out the hard way. She was always drained. Endless group chats, social events, friends who vented but never listened. She felt stretched thin, so she stopped. She looked at who actually made her feel seen, supported, energized. It came down to just a few key people. So she created space for real connection, for silence, for peace. And her life changed. Reflection time. Who are the top 5 people who truly support you? Who drains you, stresses you, or brings drama? What boundaries could you set today? Don't spend your energy where it doesn't grow. Invest in the few who truly matter. Designing your 80-20 life. So here we are. You've seen how the 80-20 rule touches every part of your life, your work, your money, your relationships. It's not a trick. It's a truth. You don't need to do more. You just need to focus on the right few things. So take a moment. Each week, ask yourself, what's my 20% right now? What can I eliminate that's just noise? What really matters today? Because when you live the 80-20 way, you stop chasing and start choosing. You do less and achieve more. And that's freedom. Bonus outro. Let's keep this journey going. Hey, before you go, I've got a quick favor to ask. If this audiobook made you think differently, if it helped you slow down, simplify, or even just breathe a little deeper, then imagine what else we could explore together. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss a chance to grow, to learn, and to level up your life one idea at a time. And here's the fun part. Drop a comment and tell me, what book, idea, or topic do you want to hear next? Whether it's personal growth, mindset, money, habits, relationships, this isn't just my channel, it's yours too. So help me shape the next audiobook. I'll be reading every single comment, and who knows, your idea might be the next one I bring to life. Until next time, focus on the few, forget the fluff, and keep creating your 80-20 life.